Yes, sir.
With the questions, there are 9 in number, right? There are 9 in number. Yeah, a period history, comma, gets some knowledge. A period history, comma, gets some knowledge. Okay, so how about the first one? Punctuation had gained traction throughout the Middle Ages. It was mainly, so here to here it is complete idea. It was mainly elocutionary for oral rather than syntactical. These two are absolutely complete ideas. The comma is wrong. No change
Okay.
can be eliminated. Comma plus fanboys can be used, right?
Yes, sir.
So comma fanboys, comma but it was
Yes.
mainly elocutionary. Any doubt with this?
No, sir.
So how about the second? What's the option you have picked for the second?
D, sir. D.
Grammar written in but published in 1640. Okay, let's see. Ben Jonson's English grammar written in 1617 but published in 1640 was among the first works. So it is correct only, no?
Yes, sir.
You said D then.
I said D. Oh, okay.
It has been kept in between comma, no? The additional information.
Yes, sir.
And if you remove, you can clearly observe Ben Jonson's English grammar was among the first works to propose standard syntactical punctuation. Right,
Yes, sir.
buddy? So you are actually agreeing with this comma, single comma,
Okay.
right? But you are removing this comma,
Okay, sir.
right? So single comma makes the sentence wrong. There must be two commas or remove the two commas. Is there any option removing all the commas? We have B, right?
Yes, sir.
Uh, the written in 16 but published in 1640 was among, so Ben Jonson's English grammar written in 1617. Okay. Mm. We have additional information. Okay, when you use but as well in the same phrase, where if you really want to remove all the commas, there is a disturbance. There might be, generally we call it as ambiguity. What it is actually referring to. Ambiguity means, um, so if there is a pronoun, it may refer to two nouns, two antecedents. Okay, buddy. For example, if the sentence is like this, Ben Jonson English grammar written in 1617 was among the first works, then there is no necessity of comma. But you have additional phrase here, but published in 1640. Okay. So there must be commas in between,
Yes, sir.
okay, at the extremes of this particular phrase for sure. Okay. If there is no this phrase, yeah, you can continue the sentence without commas at all. Ben Jonson's English grammar, written in 1617, was among the first works to propose standards in tactical punctuation. That's correct. Am I right, buddy?
Yes,
So
sir.
this additional phrase is actually making me, to use commas and keep the related phrase in between such commas. Okay? So D is the best, not B. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Yeah. Have you understood clearly?
Yes, sir.
So when there are commas, please check whether it is additional information kept in between commas, which can be removed, and check the sentence for its grammatical accuracy or not. Check it, okay?
Yes, sir.
Next, third one. Which option have you picked?
Uh, D, sir.
So A can be eliminated directly, right? Wrong
Yes.
punctuation. The idea caught on quickly. Hey, how A, buddy? Because has been kept in between commas.
Huh?
Have you ever seen keeping because in between commas?
I didn't take A, sir. I took D.
You took D.
Yeah.
Semicolon can be used between two incomplete ideas. Let me check.
Not B, sir. D for Delhi.
Okay, okay, D. Quickly, because that's going to be correct then. Semicolon. Oh, no, two complete ideas is required if you really want to use semicolon. So semicolon is wrong. B along with because readers appreciated the new clarification with came with it is actually incomplete idea. So semicolon is wrong. Wrong punctuations. Commas have wrongly used. So A can be eliminated. Full stop. Because making it dependent class, you should not go with full stop. So D is the right one.
Yes,
Cool.
sir.
Fourth one. Oh my god. Man. Okay. First of it. Manuals guidelines.
Yes, sir.
So this wrong usage, no?
Yes, sir.
Guidelines for commas. Guidelines must be a word.
Yes, sir.
So A can be eliminated. C can also be eliminated. Guidelines for comma. No need of a first to be there. So manuals guidelines is the D, right?
Yes, sir.
Guidelines of manuals, right?
Yes, sir.
We need a first of for sure. So D is the right one. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Next. So punctuation as we use it today was part of a movement that began in Britain in 1906 when the Fowler brothers, Henry Watson and Francis George published their guide. Right, buddy?
Yes,
Correct?
sir. Yes, sir.
Their guide to the King's English, which advised light punctuation. By that point, commas, semicolons, apostrophes, and colons had okay. There are list items, and the last two items have been separated by comma and. So that's cool, right, buddy?
Yes, sir.
No change because it's a list item. I can see list item by that point. Comma, semicolon, apostrophes, and colons had become so arcane. Arcane means tough to understand that many of the newcomers to literacy, such as those growing middle class uh, literacy, were. So if it has been kept in between commas, please check the sentence becomes so arcane that many of the newcomers to literacy were intimidated. Okay, many were okay. It's grammatically correct, such as those in growing middle class, intimidated and confused. So can we keep this phrase in between commas?
Yes, sir.
Actually, even if you remove it, the related sentence is grammatically correct and meaningful. So arcane that many of the newcomers to literacy were intimidated, such as those in growing middle class. So cool then, no change. Were intimidated, were no. A is the best. Because we have a comma here. You can't
Yes,
change
sir.
this. So definitely there must be comma here.
Yes, sir.
Right, buddy?
Yes, sir.
So no change. Next, it is because of flowers that we now use punctuation. Sorry, fowlers. It is because of the fowlers that we now use punctuation only when we have a good reason to do so in a limited and specific number of. There is a problem. Of must be, the comma must be removed just before of. Any other options repeating the same mistake, you can just eliminate. One option can be eliminated because number of is a standard phrase. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Number comma, no comma is there. Okay, one option. Okay, to do so in a limited and specific number of instances. limited. Do we have any list item? Limited and specific number of instances. B can be considered because comma and just before and there must be comma. But how about this colon? Number, oh, wrong. Number of is actually a phrase. You can't use colon in between number and of. Am I right, buddy?
Yes, sir.
So please observe, there is a punctuation here. So making the related option B eliminated. Limited and specific number of. So C would be better, no? Limited, and we don't need this. Why do we need a long dash here? So C is the best. Okay. No punctuation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Finally, today then semicolon is when comparison, why do we need a comma? Than before comma is absolutely wrong, and just eliminate this. You're comparing the things, right? But why do I need a comma just before that? We can
Yes,
thank
sir.
the Fowler brothers for the fact that the period is much better known today than the semicolon. Period is much better known today than the semicolon is. The period is better known today than the semicolon, and for the near death of subjunctive mood. Uh, Frankly, we don't need comma here also. It's a comparison. So for example, I can say, I'll tell you example sentence why we need is here. Even you remove is, that's also cool. Um, X is taller than Y is. Generally we say till here, right, buddy? Buddy, Jatin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
X is taller than Y. That's also grammatically correct.
Yes,
So
sir.
another accurate is X is taller than is Y. As these are auxiliary verbs, no need to repeat at all. Is there any word removing is zone? Because it is necessitating, the is here. So you must go on
Yes,
with the
sir.
is. Is it clear, buddy? X
Yes,
is
sir.
taller than Y is. Similarly, if you use the verb that make you um, to understand more clearly, for example, I can look after. I can look after the children better than.
Yes, sir.
I can look after the children um, better than my brother. What does this mean? Can you understand this, buddy?
Yes,
I
sir.
can look after the children better than my brother. What does this mean?
Uh, I can look after my children better than my brother. You mean like the meaning of the sentence, sir?
Hmm.
He can take care of his children better than his brother can.
Yes, yes. Brother can. You said can, right? Again.
Yes, sir.
That's how, he used is again. My brother does. Brother
Okay.
can. Right, buddy? If
Yes,
there is
sir.
no can, you have to use does here. I look after the children better than my brother does. Right,
Okay.
buddy?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, generally we won't use these auxiliary verbs again. We won't repeat when comparisons are written, okay, or spoken. But we can observe here he is necessitating the usage of is again. Okay, you can't avoid this, right? So is must be there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
As far as this question concerned. Better noun today. There is no necessity of comma and there should not be any comma here as well. Please observe such sort of
Yes, sir.
options. Today than the semicolon is. Cool?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Much better noun today than the semicolon is, and for the near death of subjunctive mood. Okay, is it clear, buddy?
Yes, sir.
How many questions have you gone wrong? Have you got wrong?
I think some
We have
2
another
or
two
3, sir.
questions here.
Okay.
Have you attempted these?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, so far how many questions have you got correct?
I got all correct except for the second one and fourth one.
Two wrong.
Yes, sir.
Have you understood them now?
Yes, sir.
American English has followed much the same course as British English has done. Generally,
Yes, sir.
much same comparison, right, buddy? But he hasn't used again has done. British English has followed, right, buddy?
Yes, sir.
This is also comparison, right?
Yes, sir.
But he hasn't used again. Verb. American English has followed much the same course as British English has followed, right?
Yes, sir.
If you don't want to repeat the followed again, you should have written has done, but he hasn't used at all.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no issues. So, though the strictest grammar treatise means kind of essays, grammar essays or grammar rules. Though the strictest grammar treatise tend to come from American sources. Oh, this is incomplete, and this is complete, between which I can get a comma. Right, buddy?
Yes, sir.
D is the right one. Because though the strictest grammar treatise tend to come from American sources, what? What next? Though means a transitional word. So between these two, I need a comma, making these two sentences into single sentence. These two ideas separated by comma should be separated by a comma like this. D is the right one. Is it clear, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Next, such grammatical precision is nowhere more on display than. Oh. So whenever I feel confused with more than, I just remove more here and just write more just beside that. Okay, such grammatical precision is nowhere on display more than in standardized tests for college admissions. Okay, it is complete idea. Okay, there is no underline portion here. Each of these tests measures their test takers, right? Standardized tests.
Yes, sir.
Their test takers ability, their, it stands for their test takers of standardized tests. Their test takers abilities to follow such rules. Clear,
Yes,
buddy?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you can see practice questions. You can see them, right?
Yes, sir.
You have number of practice questions that you must finish by the next class. You are going to have class on Tuesday most probably, because I'll be on leave on Monday. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So punctuation practice. You must attempt all the questions, buddy. Please finish them. We are going to have discussion on the doubts, whatever you have, whatever
Yes,
you
sir.
put into. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we have good number of questions, 18 to 32, which means almost 14 number of questions, commas, right?
Yes, sir.
Sufficient practice. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So please finish. And me stop the recording first.